It's the middle of January and it's -20 outside. That can only mean one thing. Ramen. Let's make a 30-minute ramen with a crispy chicken thigh topping it. Let's get cooking. When it comes to ramen, there are three main kinds: tonkatsu ramen, shoyu ramen, and the one we're gonna focus on, a miso ramen. Miso ramen is seasoned with a miso paste. It's savory with an amazing umami flavor to it, a staple in any kitchen for Asian cooking. We're gonna be topping this with a crispy chicken thigh, so let's start there. Pull your chicken out of the fridge and let it start to come to room temperature for about 20 minutes. You don't wanna leave this out too long, but it is gonna help us cook it more evenly. Rub down both sides of the chicken thigh with a little neutral oil and season with some kosher salt and pepper. The way we're gonna cook these thighs gives us the crispiest skin and the juiciest chicken possible. Start by placing an oven-safe pan over medium-high heat and allow it to come to temperature. I'm using cast iron. Once hot, lay your chicken thighs skin side down and allow to cook undisturbed for 5 minutes. This is gonna give the skin time to cook, rendering out its fat and allowing it to cook in its own fat to help crisp up the skin. After 5 minutes, check the thighs to see that they have fully crisped up. They should release from the pan very easily, and if they don't worry. Just let them cook for another minute or two. You're definitely not going to overcook these. Once the skin is crispy, place the thighs in the pan and place the pan in a 400-degree Fahrenheit oven and allow to bake for 20 minutes or until an instant read thermometer reads 165 degrees Fahrenheit. Remove your chicken thighs from the pan and set them aside, allowing them to rest. While our chicken's cooking, it's a good time to get started on one of our most essential ramen toppings, the egg. We're making a soft-boiled egg, and the easiest way that I've found to get the perfect soft-boiled egg almost every single time is to fill a small pot with water. Sorry, just give me a second, and bring it to a boil. Gently lower your eggs into the pot and allow to cook for exactly 6.5 minutes. Any less and the whites won't set properly, and any longer, you're gonna start cooking the yolk. While that's boiling away, I always take the time to put together my ice bath and place it into the freezer until I need it. Once your 6.5 minutes is up, remove the egg and place it into the ice bath for 2 to 3 minutes, and then crack and peel, setting aside. By the way, I always see people struggling to peel eggs. There's this little membrane, see it right there? When you're peeling, be sure to get to the inside of that membrane and the whole shell will just come right off. With the egg out of the way, it's time to start making our broth. We'll start by mincing 2 cloves of garlic. No garlic press for this one, sadly, although I really wanted to use it. Set that aside in a small bowl. We'll also need about a 6-inch piece of ginger, peeled and minced. The easiest way to peel ginger that I find is to grab a small spoon and scrape the peel off. Minimal waste, maximum ease. Toss that into your bowl with the garlic and mince 1 shallot. While we're prepping, we're also going to take some time to stem 3.5 ounces of shiitake mushrooms. The stems tend to be a little tougher than the cap, so removing them will just help with a more even cooking and a more enjoyable eating experience. In a large wok or a heavy bottom pot, heat 1 teaspoon neutral oil over medium heat. Add in your shiitake mushrooms and allow to cook, moving constantly until they are golden brown, 5 to 8 minutes depending on their size. If they start to burn a little bit before they're done, toss in about a tablespoon of water and just allow them to steam. Once these are golden brown and cooked through, remove from the pan and set aside. Turn up your heat to medium-high and heat 2 teaspoons of sesame oil. Once hot, toss in your garlic, ginger, and shallots and fry for 30 seconds until you can smell the traditional Asian culinary scents in the air. Delicious. Add in 2 tablespoons of our miso paste and allow to toast for a few minutes. I like to constantly move it around and pick up all the minced vegetables so that they don't burn. It also helps me to lessen the chances of burning the miso paste. After 2 to 3 minutes, or once the miso paste starts to turn a little bit dark brown, add in 4 cups of chicken stock. I would have preferred to have made this homemade, but I was away midweek and didn't have the time. Homemade stock just takes this to another level, but a good quality store-bought stock will do the trick in a pinch. Bring your ramen stock up to a gentle simmer and taste for seasoning. A few pinches of kosher salt and we're golden. Last thing we have to make is our noodles. Ramen noodles come in both dry and fresh, and whichever you choose, just follow the package instructions. Mine took about 4 minutes to cook. I drained them off and then rinsed them with some cold water, and now we're just about ready to assemble our miso ramen. We just have to prep a few more toppings. Here I'm using baby bok choy that I cut into quarters. You can leave the root on since it's super tender, or you can cut it off. I'm also going to super thinly slice some green onion. To assemble, place your noodles in a bowl and ladle on your broth until it comes about 2/3 of the way up your noodles. I don't know why, I just really like to see my noodles while I'm eating my ramen, but that's just my weird obsession. Stack your baby bok choy against the back wall, add our shiitake mushrooms and a sizable pinch of green onion. Slice your soft-boiled egg in half, place inside, and finish it off with our crispy chicken thigh. And there you have it, a super simple, delicious, crispy chicken thigh miso ramen in under 25 minutes. You might have always thought ramen was more complicated, but it is just this simple to make. That's it for this video, guys. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, let me know in the comments down below and give the video a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and smash that subscribe button. I put a couple videos that I think you'd enjoy right up here. And until next time, get cooking.